to my week 5 sketchbook tour. I have my piece here for everyone to see. So for this, to get the pencils out of the way, I stuck to 4 pencils. I sketched everything out with the HB pencil that I had, and then I went in with 2B, 3B, and 6B to do all of the different renderings. The darkest ones I used 6B to kind of make it a little more easier. Also, places that needed more blending, I used 3B. So for the talking points, for this still life sketch, I feel like I approached it similarly in that I was using the spatial techniques given, where you kind of draw a center point line and kind of determine your shapes from there. Although here I tried to be more accurate using connecting points since everything here is touching. So for the angles in the skull, for example, I tried to make sure that it was an even distance away, like from here to here, for example, and then measuring like the chin, bottom half, not necessarily measuring, but eyeballing it and making sure that it kind of is proportionate with what I was looking at. The shapes of the folds, where they land, so there's 3 prominent ones over here on this side that I kind of used to measure out where the nose, mouth, and chin should be. Over here, the back of the head, I kind of use that to give me an estimate of where the skull, how far it should extend back, of how much fabric should be seen through the glass. So yeah, those were things that I used. The glass itself, since it has a neck and a base, I tried to use those to get the shapes right of the skull head and the rock, and to ensure the folding fabric was in the right place, right next to the floor, or the table, or whatever it was set on. The most difficult part in this for me was rendering the roughness into the skull and into the rock, just because they're very similarly rough. They're both super rough textures, but they're very different. So that was very difficult for me, because the rock, you know, it has more like a dotted, sandy texture, and the skull, although it is rough, it's not like grainy. So with that, I tried to utilize my shadows and my light values, and I tried to make that as close as possible. Because we weren't allowed to use additional white tools, I tried to use my eraser more sparingly. So I tried to cover up more of the blank white background rather than keep a lot of it for the lighter values, because having those really bright, shiny appearing values like on the glass, I needed to be able to ensure that I was able to get that effect in the end, which the only way I thought was possible was by saving my really light values for the end, to erase at the end. But yeah, that was kind of my whole process in going through it. It was kind of fun, and I'm really pleased with the outcome. I've never drawn glass before in my life, so that was a pretty cool thing to do. Thanks for watching.